Welcome to the episode number 50. I cannot believe it is already 50 episodes. So, this is a podcast from Stress to Success Blueprint with your host, Lolita. In case this is your first episode and you don't even know me. So, I'm going to start talking about how other people can cause us stress, or rather say, trigger stress or invoke something that we can start stressing about. Or maybe they can do something that we can stress about. Or they don't do something that we stress about. Anyway, I'll be talking um maybe for another 2 weeks about this. So let's start with misunderstandings. And it's not like misunderstanding is number one thing that causes us stress. It's not. It's just I'm just gonna go randomly down the list. So and mind you, if you have a question or suggestion for my podcast, or you worry about something or stressing out that I can help about, leave me a comment. Okay, so misunderstandings. You've probably been there before. When someone says something and you misunderstand them, and then it causes you stress because you were thinking that, well, they maybe have bad opinion about you, or maybe they have um some opinions about somebody else, or maybe they were saying what they will do, but then you kind of thought that maybe they will not, or the opposite, maybe you assumed or misunderstood that maybe they will show up but they didn't show up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought they supposed to come and now they have not come and haven't called, and what happened? Maybe something bad happened to them. So you can cause yourself stress. And also, let's say you're expecting someone to do something because you assume that they will do it, and that didn't happen. So you immediately thinking that's not gonna go well, and then you can think all kinds of things. That's really causing you stress again. So, talking about misunderstandings, I am I have a story. I used to have a coworker who there was I just met my coworker like randomly in the coffee shop, and we had a conversation. And the next day, I was very busy working, and I didn't have time to go and visit and say hello and all of that. And usually we do, and it would be extremely rarely that we would not say hello since our offices were next to each other. But that day I was very busy, and I figured they probably busy too, and I didn't even go and say hello. And what happened? My coworker misunderstood me not coming to talk and say hello as me being angry at them, which was totally misunderstanding. I was not angry or anything like that. And worst of all, and this is what not to do, is my coworker decided that the matter should be escalated to the manager because apparently I'm holding something and being angry at my coworker. So, and that's influencing my coworker's work and the core quality. So overall, it went all the way to human resources when I didn't even do anything. I was just doing my job and just being busy. But because I didn't go and I didn't talk with my coworker, it was assumed that I'm angry at them. It sounds ridiculous now, but true story. So it's not that people can do something and then we assume things and misunderstand what they said, we misunderstand what they do, but also what they don't do that we can take it the wrong way. And how is that we deal with that? We just need to come clean. We just need to go to the person and say, hey, what you said, I understood this way. Or what you just did, I'm thinking that maybe this is what you mean. Am I right? Always ask what is really happening because you're probably misunderstanding. And I'm inviting you now to think, did you ever be in a situation when you misunderstood someone or somebody misunderstood you? Or maybe you saw other people in the similar situation. And what was that your action that followed that? Did you go to the person and say, hey, I think maybe this is something going on. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is this is what you meant? Or you just kind of let it go. And how did that end? I'm very interested to hear from you. Leave me a comment below and tell me, um, did that help? Whatever you did. And now, for those who listening in and they're like, I this is no way I'm gonna go and ask another person. This is just no way. Question is, why not? Are you rather just sit in the misunderstanding and then break a good relationship, or make someone misunderstand you and maybe place a wrong judgment about you or about somebody else? Probably not. And always think, if you kind of holding yourself back from going to that person and asking them, imagine what is the worst thing that can happen. And imagine you're not going to go and they will misunderstand you, and then they make decisions based what they assumed that could be really very harmful for you. Would you want that? Probably not. So it's really worth to have enough courage. And there's so many ways that we can communicate. We can write an email, a message, a call. If you really don't want to go in person, you always can reach out. There's so many ways we can reach out to people. So many ways. But it is so worth it, because you cannot just assume that what that happened. And even if, let's say, you did not assume and you not like you misunderstood and you understood the way you're supposed to, then it opens up a place for you and the other person to really talk about the issues or whatever that you're going through. And then it can help your relationship. And no matter what kind of relationship that is, as a spouse, in a family, a friend, a coworker, a client, pretty much anyone. So leave me a comment below and tell me, um, did you been in a similar situation when there was a misunderstanding, and how did you solve it? And did that help you? And tomorrow we'll be talking about something else. So I hope you will tune in.